Good morning, this is meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with your weather briefing storm scoop update. It is Tuesday, September 8th, 2020, and we're going to entitle this one Summer's Last Hurrah. It isn't really summer, it's more of a battle between summer and fall, and we also have some snow falling right now in Colorado. Actually, there are some blizzard warnings out for these areas, so let's jump in and see what's going on. We have the tropical party that we've continued to talk about, and I'd like to continue talking about now. So it's been a couple days since we've talked about the medium range track forecast. These are tropical depressions 17 and 18, and they are now going to be named storms. I believe it's J and K. And bottom line here, there's still a lot of question marks. Each system will have a couple of chances to recurve out to sea sometime this week, but it's unclear which trough they will hitch a ride to. So it's sort of pick your poison here. We'll have to see where they go. Here. We still can turn here. Here's your first trough. Here's your second trough. Which gets pulled in. Again, there's no blocking here, so it's important to know. Let's move on a little bit. So, excuse me. This one filters through without development. We've been talking around the North Carolina coast. You can note the upper level pattern. It looks quite good for whatever passes through here. We'll watch in the 1 to 2 week range for potential near shore, under the ridge type modest development again. So, we've seen one of these recently that popped off the coast on eastward. Some of these generate towards the west and north. So we're going to get a little bit of a respite here, but we'll see. I don't think there's going to be much impact or anything pressing here. So you got here's Africa, you got your 2 new storms underway, 2 systems. Both appear to be taking a wayward travel path around the Atlantic as of now, both going for those weaknesses highlighted in some motion illustrations we've talked about a little way back, the 2 slides ago, so you can always look up there. Pulling it out, after our wayward travelers, we'll look near shore for local development and for a potential long tracker out of this East Africa system. Eyes on the southwest Bahamas and western Atlantic in the next 14 to 21 day window. Our Atlantic highs are tumbling about, ensuring quick shifting tracking locales for cyclones. All right, so we have high pressure in the tumbling cells with their weakness pockets, which can generate odd tracks and redirects. Proverbial fork in the road for each storm does appear to present prior to expansive unknown tracking, so we could have some guidance here. 17 will likely be a redirecting track, 18 a smoother sweep before it weakens. So, I'm going to shift gears just a little bit. This was last month in August was the 4th warmest August on record globally. This is the warmth continues in the Arctic, and there were notable cold anomalies over parts of Antarctica, but it's not a good data point if you don't believe in global warming or climate change. All right, let's move a little more closer to home, shall we? So, we talked the last few weeks about how summer is vacating and how it might try and fight back a few times, but the warm will not surpass hot. So that makes sense. Our warm return flow here, values are not all that noteworthy. You're not seeing the hundreds of the upper 90s. A moisture tap on the way. You get scattered showers increasing later this week. We're going to move on from this one and pull out a little bit to show you just a little more of what's in action. This week, we're talking about the modest warm-up, followed by the Yukon piece on the high detuning. That's late week. Then the mid-month step down arrives early next week. And that return flow brings renewed humid conditions for a few days this week. Again, values overall not too bad. Peaks today through Thursday, some warmer, muggy nights in store, probably around 65 to 72 in the dew point, so not awesome. Here are the afternoon temperatures yesterday. This is a throwaway, but you could see we were still fighting those temps. But you can see where the front is. You could see, this is why I showed it. I just should have showed this earlier for Colorado. And you can see here's where the cold front is. The push down, that's bringing those storms. But you can see this is what everyone was dealing with. And then, I mean, there are temperatures in the 20s presently. So getting back to where we are, here are Tuesday's highs. Today's highs from the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. 80s, nothing too crazy. Friday's highs are a lot more manageable, a lot more comfortable. The dew points will be much lower, and we won't have to deal with those. And then as for this, you see the incoming low pressure system for Colorado, high pressure behind it, reinforcing that cold. This is a interesting setup, or at least I find it to be an interesting setup. So you have at 1, you have the ongoing warm rebound. Here's your secondary reinforcement, which brings today's peak warm, and then a stickier feel for tonight through Thursday. And then here's your reinforcing cold shot, and then this backs it up next week. So again, changes along the way. Here are your temperature changes. You can see where that front is and how substantial it is. So we'll get our warm spell we'll get out of the way today, after today, and then the high comes leaping over the western storm, followed by moderate remnants coming east and cooling us down. So not too bad, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to end that for today. I have a few more slides, but we're getting towards 8 minutes, and I think that's as long as I can keep your attention for. So we'll save it for tomorrow, and that sort of thing. And yeah, I'm meteorologist Steve Krasnowski. Have a great day.